injury-free. Some of the exercises might be quite tough and challenging in terms of stretch, but you can take it to the point where you feel comfortable and not go as far into your stretch as I will do, but I'll talk you through it. So we'll warm up properly and get you going. I know it says an hour, but I'm going to just stick underneath the hour so I can load this up properly onto my camera. So I'm just going to stand this way today so I don't have to keep changing angles. So I've got my feet square on, and again they're hip distance. I'm just going to shoulder roll back, big inhale, exhale, and really hold on to your core as well. So I'm not going to talk too much about pelvic floor and TBA like we do in Pilates, the transverse abdominis, but I will talk about it a little bit. So just keep that breath flowing. Big inhale, big exhale. It's going to sink down into a squat and then lift up. So I'm going to push back. Just make sure the knees stay aligned with the ankles. Nice deep breath in, big inhale, exhale. So just setting it up and warming up. Good, so it's a little bit more dynamic than Pilates in the beginning, but then some of the stretches are a bit quieter in terms of core. So just allow that breath to flow, big inhale, big exhale. So you square on to the screen or to the mat, wherever you can see me the best way. And really think about drawing in through the lower belly. So as you're doing that, relax your shoulders here into a soft V, the shoulder blades, big inhale, big exhale. Nice job, and just relax that through. So I'm just going to side bend over, and then I'm going to make it a little bit more dynamic. Big inhale, exhale. So I'm just stretching over and just warming up the spine a little bit. Big inhale, big exhale. Come back to your squat. You're going to add that side bend in there. Exhale out. So imagine you've got an object there, so you're exhaling. You can relax the hand down if you need to. Just pulling through that pelvic floor. So you're exhaling here, big inhale out, exhale to the other side. 2 more times. So I'm going to keep it nice and chilled out and letting you come into your zone. Exhale out. So I'm going to drop into a wider position here. So I'm quite wide on the mat. The knees are turned out in line with the ankles, and I'm going to just tilt the tail under a little bit to recruit a little bit more core. So you're going to just sink down and then up very gently. So when you're bending, just make sure that your knees are tracking in the centre. Body now bending into your knees. So as you're warming, you're getting a little bit lower. So just warming up, big inhale, big exhale. Just do one more and rise the hands up above the heads. Big inhale and then exhale and just sink down. That's it. Now take a breath in. So you can use your eye gaze just to focus on the back of the palms and just set your breath up with your body, and then exhale out. So you're relaxing into the shoulder blades. So warming up. Nice deep breath in, exhale out. Also you're stretching through your inside thighs and you're mobilising a little bit through your hips as well. So exhale down, come again. Last time, nice deep breath in, exhale down. Just hold it there, just set the shoulders back and release any tension through the upper spine. Tuck the tail under and just relax the hands down. So I'm going to I'll do it on this side first so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to just lift up the back of the heel and then stretch out to the side. So come around, big inhale, exhale and stretch over. So just releasing any tension in that lower back. Good, so my knees in line with the ankle on this side, the heel is lifted towards your screen. Let's reverse that over. So just stretching round, big inhale and then exhale out. And then keep that flow of breath. So pin into that lower belly because you're going to need it to stabilise you in this position. Come back to your centre. So I'm going to just drop the heels down again and come back to the flow of breath. Big inhale, exhale and sink. Good. Nice deep breath in. So just check the knees are in the middle of the foot as you're bending. So coming a little bit lower as you're warming. Big inhale, exhale, relax the shoulder blades there. So really fill up that breath. And then exhale down into your core, so you really get grounded through your feet into the mat. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, and just relax there for a second. You're going to just release through the back heel now. This time I'm going to take that knee and toe to the other side. Just keep your feet hip distance. I'm going to sink down and up into a static kind of lunge. Just do 2 more, so really warming up through the hip. Big inhale, big exhale. Come back to the centre. Feel that breath. Big inhale. Exhale and just settle. Nice job. I'm going to reverse that. So I'm going to just pivot out. So knee in line with ankle. Lift up the back heel. Rotate round. Good. Now really zipping into that core. So really zip that core tight. Good. And really squeeze into your bum and thighs. Keep the length in your spine. Just do 1 more. Come back to that centre. Take a nice deep breath in. Come a little bit lower. Exhale and release down. Superb. So we're going to change over again. So we're going to turn the knee and the toe out. Ball of the foot. And then heel lifts up. So nice deep breath in. Option to keep the hands up. So keep that length in your body. Keep squeezing into that back of the glutes as well. Pushing through that front heel. This time we're going to just hold it here and feel that stretch through the hip. Just relax down, come back to your centre, engaging in the breath. Exhale and holding onto that core. Nice job. We're going to take that round again. So pivot round, lifting up that back heel. Take the breath. Relax your shoulder blades down your spine. Sink down and up. Really squeezing into both glutes. Front one a little bit more, so you're pressing down through that heel. Nice job. So I'm going to just hold it there this time. So just hold, tailbone under, just hold that stretch. Relax your shoulder blades down. Superb. Come back to that centre, take that breath in. Big inhale, exhale, and just release that through. So I'm just going to come over from side to side and just feel that stretch. A little bit more through that inside thigh. So quite dynamic stretching. And then we'll bring it down as the class winds down with a bit more static stretching. So it's quite dynamic with the yoga poses as well. So this time you can take your breath with your hand and just looking into your palm. Just relax your eye gaze, soothe the breath. Just turning a little bit more as you feel that you're loosening up through your spine. So really filling up that rib cage. Good. So it's like a paddle in the water there, and then gently coming around again. Nice job. Just 1 more time each side. Feel that breath and take the head with you. Nice job. Just release that through. You're going to toe heel that in, so bring that in. You're going to stand towards the front of the mat. So quite deep and warming stretching with a bit of salute to the sun. So if your balance a little bit shady, just keep the feet hip distance, otherwise bring them in. So we're going to take the breath up and the hands up. If you're ready, just a small back bend and squeeze into your bum and thighs. Relax your shoulder blades, stay in your core. I'm going to bend the knees a lot to touch the floor. So I'm going to touch the floor, so right leg comes back into a lunge, and then lift up the chest and the forehead and really extend through that back heel. Feel that power surging through the back heel. Now step back powerfully and exhale into your downward facing dog. So feet are hip distance apart, head between the elbows. If you need more breath, take it. Now inhale and roll to plank, half plank or box if you need to. So start off easy. So I'm going to just take it down to there and then just come through to a small upward dog or coming up into a bigger one if you're ready. So then I'm going to tuck the feet under, exhale, heels come back and then bend into the knees, right leg pushes forward, just step that leg through. Now elongate the back left heel and then step forward. Now you're on the fingertips, nice and light, draw into your core, step through. deep breath in, coming up again. Squeeze into your bum and thighs. You don't have to go back so far, you can stay here. Bend into the knees now, pull that belly away from your elastic band, your leggings now. Left leg back, big inhale to your lunge. Fill up that chest and breath now. Exhale and let that pressure out the back. Exhale out. Now gently roll through your spine so you're separating that spine. Superb. Down on the knees if you need to. It's quite a hard maneuver on the shoulders, this one. So if you need to just hover, that's fine. So let's go to a cobra or upward facing dog. So you can come right up, tuck under. Exhale back. Get the heels a little bit more towards the ground. Bend the knees, left leg. Energy comes forward. So you spring forward by bending the knees. Now step the right leg forward and exhale. Now take your breath up. Big inhale, squeeze into your bum and thighs there. Core connection. Slowly come on down. So we're going to take the right leg back again. Come a little bit longer this time and a little bit more powerful in that back heel. Fill up the breath and then exhale back to your downward facing dog. Try to get more heels down. Try not to move the feet at this stage. Now roll forwards through your spine. Keep that core connection. Squeeze your bum this time. Slowly come on down. So I'll show you a little bit harder now so you can come straight to upward if you feel like it. So you can come up a little bit more. Then we tuck under. Exhale back into your downward facing. More heels down. Bend the knees. Get that right leg right up there. There we go. And energy through that back leg. Big inhale and then exhale. Back leg comes in. Nice deep breath in. Squeeze into your bum and thighs. Core connection. Exhale down. So I'm bending the knees a lot here to touch down. So the fingertips are next to the little toes. Left leg comes back. Big inhale, lunge back a little bit further if you're getting looser. Now step back into your downward facing dog. So more heels come down. And then articulating through that spine, slowly rolling forwards. Squeezing into your bum and thighs, down on the knees if you need to. So we're going to go there and then straight to your upward if you're ready. Otherwise stay low like the first two. Tuck under, exhale breath. Bend into the knees, lunge forward left. Inhale breath. Inhale breath. Feel that energy surging out that back heel. Step forward. Now take the breath in. Big inhale. Lift on up, squeeze into your bum and thighs. And then exhale down. Nice job. So I'm going to bring it out one more time. So I'm going to come back to this position here and I'm going to work your balance and your legs. So take your breath in. Big inhale, just relax. So just keep that flow of breath so we're not blocking that breath. So take that breath in and exhale. Just keep that flow. So if you want to adopt a different kind of breath, you can keep exhaling through the nose. If that's how you feel comfortable doing some of these yoga moves. Take a nice deep breath in and then exhale. So it just slows the breath down a little bit when you exhale through the nose so it's more controlled. So I'm going to cut the corner with the right foot so you can see me, and then I'm going to go left leg. So I'm going to turn that left leg and tailbone tucks under and you're square on with the mat, or if you're looking at me at the screen. So then I'm going to lengthen back and really challenge those legs and the stretch of your hip. So nice deep breath in, and then I'm going to just take it back into your sun warrior. So I'm going to take that back to your sun warrior. Feel that rib cage open up. Big inhale, exhale, come on back. Nice job. So I'm going to cut the corner, come through the center. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, really long and strong in your spine, tail tucked under to keep the pelvic floor tight. And just relax that through. So we're going to cut the corner with the left foot and then turn that right leg out. So your heel is sliding back to that second arch, or where you feel good. Turn the hips forward, squeeze your bum, keep that knee out and in line with the ankle. So lift the hands up so they're shoulder height and elongate this back hand too. Squeeze into your bum and thighs and take your breath. Nice deep breath in. So I'm going to lengthen that back and open that rib cage. Exhale away, come back to your center. So I'm going to come back to that center, knees, toes turned out. Take your breath. Big inhale and then exhale down. Superb. Then I'm going to walk this in, so toe heels in. I'm going to come more into a balance challenge. You can start with the foot down, or you can straight away come on up. So big inhale, exhale, out. Then big inhale and then exhale back in. So a bit of hip opening and stretching. So nice deep breath in, exhale out and tighten up that core. Big inhale, exhale down. This time I'm going to take the leg out to the side. So I'm doing the left leg first because you can see me a little bit better. So option 1 there, bend your supporting leg. So I'm going to lift up only if you're ready, and then lift up through the hands. That's a little bit harder. So keep that body lifted and the leg coming up. So I'm side on to the mat. So you're side on, you're dead side on, and I'm at an angle. Then you can touch the toe down, or you can stay airborne and just come on round to a warrior 3 position. So I'm going to bend into the knees, so loading up that leg, engaging in the core, and then really squeezing into the back leg. Keep that core nice and tight and that breath flowing. So the more you bend that knee, the harder it becomes on this leg. So steady, come back in. Take your breath, take the other side. So option number 1, just to stay here. Option number 2, to lift up a little bit. And then you can bring the hands in. Just relax the shoulders down the spine. Keep that leg lifting. So I'm really side on, lifting up. So you're lifted in that core and that leg is working too. Good, so you can touch down and do the circle on the floor, or you can come on round. So keep that focus ahead of you. Hands where they need to, but I'm going to just keep them back. So you're going to focus on a point and really bend into the knees, lift the core. So you've got that pelvic floor engaged. It comes from the pelvic floor, your balance, your core. Maintain it to keep your balance. Everything comes through the core. So steady, come on back in. Take your breath. Big inhale. Exhale and just settle. Nice job. So I'm going to come back to the front of the mat and go back to downward facing dog. So feet apart or together. So big inhale up, baby back, bend it if you want. Gently come on down. So bend the knees quite a lot here. So you're going to step back to your downward facing dog. So just come back to downward facing dog. Head between the elbows. Now think about really drawing in that core, dropping the heels down. I'm going to lift up the right leg and really open up that hip. Really open up the hip and drop that back heel down. So I'm going to point away and open up more. Try and keep front straight. Now I'm going to lift up onto the ball of the back foot and then take the right leg to the outside of the right little finger. There, so you can drop down on the knee if you need to. And then going to just turn in and just release that back. That's it. And feel that breath flow. Open up that rib cage. Steady, come on back to the hands down onto the inside of the right leg. Step back to the downward facing dog. Exhale. Heels come down. So I'm going to lift up the left leg. So I'm going to open up that hip a little bit more and stretch the back right leg by dropping the heel down. Keep the front end straight. Point the toe away and really open up. Try and keep straight at the front. You're going to take the left leg to the outside of the left little finger. So ball of the foot to get that distance through, engaging in the core. So that knee can drop down if you need to. Hand underneath the shoulder, stabilize the core, and let that breath out to the side. And keep that flow of breath. Energize the back leg. Feel what your body's doing. Connect to it. With your breathing, with your breath. Steady the breath, steady the eye gaze. Slowly come down. Good job. So we're going to step back to your downward facing dog again. Gently back to downward facing dog. And then gently just drop back onto the knees and just sit back. And engagement in that core. I'm going to take the right hand and just stretch through the shoulder. Just relax the head and neck down. Then I'm going to come to the elbow and then just open up a little bit more. So I'm going to drive through the back of the elbow and try to get my chest in between the palms. But you don't have to stay on that shoulder stretch if you feel that your range is limited. Exhale and reach the hands forward. Come and reach forward a little bit more. Reach forward a little bit more and really sink back into your hips. Gently going to change that hand through. So shoulder stretch, you can be there, you can be here if you need to. If your bum won't go back to your heels, you can relax through the head and neck and chill out. Then I'm going to take, this is an option, palms together, and then I'm driving through the back elbow to draw that chest more, so it's in the center, so my hands are in the center of the chest. And then gently coming through back into your child's pose there, trying to elongate that through a little bit more. So come back onto your hands, so you're in box position. Just cat stretch out, exhale. So you're mobilizing your spine, big inhale, exhale and release that through. So I'm going to prop up back to downward facing dog. So I'm going to just prop up back to downward facing dog, heels are down. So I'm going to go back to the right leg, so three-legged dog. I'm going to lift up, but this time I'm not going to lunge forward. I'm going to bend the knee and just turn the hip out a little bit more. So I'm just skewing the hip out. I'm trying to get that back heel down. Keep the front end straight. Nice job. Draw into your core and slowly back to three-legged dog, back to your downward facing dog. Heels down a little bit further this time. Each time trying to get down a little bit further. So three-legged dog on the left leg, so lift up that left leg. So then I'm going to bend the knee and flex the foot to keep that knee in line with the ankle. And then I'm going to just turn that out. So I'm really opening up the hip there and gently just drawing that back heel down. Come back into three-legged dog, point the toe away. Turn the hips more to the ground. Come back to your downward facing dog. And gently just bending into the knees and slowly coming back to your child's pose there. Just take a breath and chill out there for a second. Now I'm going to gently tuck under and gently roll up. So I'm going to tuck under, gently roll through your spine, slowly coming back up. Slowly come back up. Nice job. So I'm going to come back to a wide leg squat. Come back into that center. So I'm going to work a little bit deeper into the legs now. We're feeling a bit warmer. The hips are a little bit more stretched out. The back is a little bit more stretched out. So you can just stay there, or if you want to, lift up through the heels as you're lifting the hands. So a little bit more leg strength and hip stretching. So the heels can lift as an option. Keep that eye gaze. Now settle the hands and the hips. Now come again. So take that breath in. And as you lift the hands, lift up the heels. Good job. So I'm going to stay there, but I'm going to keep my right hand up. So heels can come down any time. Just stretch out through the lats and the obliques. Come back to your breath. Keep that focal point ahead of you. And exhale over. So it's quite strong in the legs, but stretching up the top. Big inhale. Exhale and just relax that down. Keep apart. So I'm going to just take the left side again so you can see me. So I'm going to turn out again and I'm going to bend into the knee. Back to your warrior two. Lift them up. Elongate the back of the hands. So see if you can become a little bit more precise with this one. And if you're feeling a little bit warmer, lengthen back a little bit more. Push into that back heel. Now option to lift up the front heel. That makes it harder. Nice job. So I'm going to come back into your sun warrior again. And fill up that breath. Squeeze your bum and thighs, lengthen back a little bit more, and keep that breath flowing. So you can straighten, you can bend this arm, you can straighten it above that head. Good, so anytime you need to, you can drop that heel down. Now I'm going to elongate through into extended warrior. Option 1, option 2, and option 3 here. There we go. Now just gently come on back up and just release that heel down. So we're going to cut the corner here. Fill up that breath. Big inhale. Exhale down. Just take your breathing in between. So we're going to cut that corner there again and then just turn out through that knee and ankle. Turn the hips forward, but you've got to keep this knee on top of the ankle. Squeeze your bum and thighs. This will open up the hips at the front. So get this maneuver, because your hips are a ball and socket joint, but your knees and your ankles are hinge joints. So therefore you can get that openness in the hips while maintaining this safe position. Now feel that breath and send it back. So really squeeze into that back leg, into the glutes, and really open up the rib cage and the hips. Just allow that flow of breath. So you can just focus on the palm, you can lengthen out. Anytime you can drop that heel down at the front. So we're going to come on back to an extended warrior. So we're going to touch the thighs. So this one you're actually leaning on your thigh to assist. Really pulling through that core so you can drop down to feel more stretch and then more hand if you want to. Now really feel that pushing down through that heel. Let that breath flow. Gently releasing the heel down, slowly coming up. Keep out wide, maybe just bring it in a little way. So you're going to turn again through that left foot. The corner, I'm going to cut it with this toe, so this toe is facing inwards or slightly inwards to the angle. This one is longer now. So I'm going to come into a triangle pose. So with your triangle, your front leg is straight, but if you're finding it hard, just bend it a little bit. Not as much as we were doing in the warrior. So it's a longer leg because you're going to stretch the hamstring and the inside thigh a little bit. So we're going to reach forward as much as possible to touch the other side of the mat or the wall. And then from there, take it to where you feel comfortable. So if you feel comfortable there, that's fine. If you want to come down a little bit further, again, that's fine. So I'm keeping this slotted in, the shoulders and hips slotted together. So if I was going to put you through a plane, 2 planes of glass, I could stick you in there like a butterfly and nothing would turn out. So then if you want that balance challenge, you can look up to that palm. Big inhale, exhale. So you're going to wrap that back hand, but you don't have to wrap. You can just hold here, or you can elongate out. Another option is just to hold that there. So turn that top shoulder out a little bit more. Now keep that focus. I'm going to come into a half moon position. So option 1 there, option 2, I'm going to just use my hands here to begin with. Let me just come back a little bit so you can see me. So there's your half moon. So I'm still turned on to the side of the mat. Good. So if you want to make that a little bit harder, just wrap the hands behind you and then just turn that out. Keep that balance point through your core and gently come down into a wide position again. Bending into the knees, big inhale, exhale, and settle the hands and the shoulders with your breath. Tailbone tucked under to keep that core connection. So I'm going to cut the corner with this left foot, so slightly inwards, and then turn out that right leg. So nice and long in the right leg, so you get the power from the ground up. So it's almost like you're sucking in from your feet up into your body and your core. Open out, so this time I'm going to reach to the back of the room. Keep that core connection, keep that flow of breath. Take it to where you need to, so if you need to just keep a bobble on the knee, that's fine. Turning up. So the lower you go, the harder it is. But try not to let this top shoulder drop forward, and this binding position or arm position here will help you just to open up that shoulder. So you've opened up the shoulder and you've got that core connection with your breath. So I'm going to just focus on the floor now and come into a standing half moon. So option number 1 there, if you're new, and then start to lift up. So as soon as you get more balance, it might take a little bit of time to get there. So you can focus on a point and just relax the hands, keep that core connection. An option to take the hands back behind you, so you keep that flow of breath and keep that core connection. Gently and gracefully touch down. Come back to your breath. Big inhale, exhale, settle those shoulder blades. One more time, come again. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, come again. Superb, nice job. So I'm going to walk this in. And I'm going to do just a bit more salute to the sun with a twist in it as well. So if you want to take a breather, you can, or you can just do some of the salute to the suns. Big inhale, squeeze into your bum and thighs. Exhale and bend into your knees. So I'm going to go back to the right leg. Inhale back, lift up that chest, push out that back heel. So I'm going to step back, exhale to downward facing dog. Feet hip distance now. Roll forwards into your plank. Gently rolling forward, engaging in the core, down on the knees if you have to. So we're going to come on down. You can come straight to cobra and then to upward and then coming up right off if you need to. I'm going to tuck back, exhale into your downward facing dog. So this time I'm going to lift up to three-legged dog, really feel that stretch in the hip. And I'm going to take the hand to the outside of that little finger. So I'm going to just take that hand to the outside of the little finger. Just open up. There we go. Push that back heel and elongate that through. Exhale. Hands come back in. They're going to step forward to the outside. So I'm going to come to the outside and I'm going to bend into the knees. Big inhale. Exhale. Now I'm going to come back and draw into the core here. So slowly come on down, just slightly changing it up. So come to the inside of the legs. Now I'm going to step back the left leg. Big inhale, lift up the chest, exhale back to your downward facing dog. Bum lifts up high. I'm going to lift up the left leg, three-legged dog. Open up through the hip to the outside of the little fingers, hands down and in line with the shoulder on that side. Exhale down. You're going to draw the back leg in, pushing onto the outside. Now big inhale up. Exhale, sink on down again. So take the breath with you, engaging in your core. So you're going to come down with the hands, back to the right leg. Big inhale, can we go back a little bit further? Can we power up that back leg a little bit further? So you're really stretching in that hip, coming back to your downward facing dog. Exhale, heels come down. I'm going to take that right leg to three-legged dog again. Big inhale up, drop the back heel. And then when you maneuver forward, lift up through the ball of the foot and take that energy with you. Now open up, so the hands underneath the shoulder on the left. Really push out that back heel. Come back to that breath. Big inhale. Step the left leg in, bend into the knees. Inhale and rise. Exhale, draw the elbows together. Sink on down. Bend into the hips and knees. Hands to the inside. Last time, left leg comes back. Big inhale to your lunge. Lift up that chest, palms down. Power through that back heel. Step back to your downward facing dog. Exhale, head between the elbows. So lift up through that left leg. Big inhale, a bit bigger. Come up and rise up a little bit more. Now you're feeling where you're going. Your brain knows where it's going. Now leg to the outside. Hand underneath the shoulder. Push through the back heel. Keep your exhale breath there. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bending into the knees, and then exhale forward and rise up. Nice job. Just keep this flowing a little bit. So elbows together. Push your bum back. Big inhale. Just feel that flow of breath. Soft focus ahead of you. Come back to your elbows, squeezing together. Stretching the back of your shoulders. Nice deep breath in. Last time. Maybe back bend a little bit more. Bending into the knees, elbows together. Slowly come on down. Then just hold it here for a second. Then just elongate the backs of the legs. Just let your breath go. Gently bend into the knees and rise up. Big breath in. Exhale. Draw into your core on that exhale breath. Nice job. So I'm going to bring it to this side here so you can see me. Actually, I'm going to stand straight on because I'm not going to use the mat for the time being. So actually you can step off the mat if you need to. So I'm going to just step off the mat, a little bit more balance. So I'm going to draw it up to a tree pose number 1, tree pose number 2, and then tree pose number 3. I'm just going to go above the knee, tuck the tail under. So you need the assist there. So take your breath and then come into your core. Now I'm going to send the hands up, but you don't have to. If you feel wobbly already, just touch the toe down. Now feel that power of that leg, squeeze it, but keep that left leg bent. Keep that core connection, and then just gently release the hands and drop the hands, the shoulder blades, and then just stretch over. This is going to challenge that balance. So you don't have to go as wobbly as me. And keep that focus ahead of you. Palms back together and exhale down to your heart. And then feel that breath in the rib cage. Exhale and release. Nice job. So we're going to switch over, hands on the hips if you need to. So you can just stay there if you're a newbie, or you can challenge there and it's easier to touch down. If you've done your tree before and you want the hard option, come on up. So you're going to assist that to go past the knee joint and press the foot into the inside thigh and tense up that inside thigh. So you're powerful through this leg, and let your breath flow. Big inhale, feel the expansion of the rib cage. Exhale. Feel strong in your core and in your standing leg. Send that up. Just relax the shoulder blades. Keep the power through your glutes. Open up and chill out through your shoulders. Just feel that elongating out and across. So really getting to feel that balance point there and your mobility of your spine. Big inhale, exhale down into your center and into your core. Tail is tucked under, your hips are level. And then just gently release that through. Nice job. Good, so you can again stand with the feet a bit more hip distance. I'm going to just lift up the right leg, and you can just stay there if you're a beginner, or you can try this one with me. So just clasp the back of the thigh there, and then I'm going to elongate that forward with the ball of the foot, just pressing that forwards. Good, now I'm going to draw that in, so feel strong there in your shoulders and your core, and then exhale that breath out. Good, and then just hold it then, elongate the backs of the knees, the hamstring. That's the one, and let your breath flow. Keep that focus point ahead of you. Nice job. Now bend into the knee, draw into your core as you exhale down. Swap over legs. So position number 1, position number 2. So set that against there and really hang on to the back of the thigh. Now just have a bit of a taster for the back of the knee. Really elongate that out. If you're sitting down for quite a long time, this one's such a good one to do. Then you can draw it up a little bit more, an engagement of the core, and then exhale out with your breath. There, and then as you exhale, pull up into your pelvic floor and feel that strong standing leg. Superb. Just focus on the point ahead of you. Feel really strong in your core and your standing leg. Gently bend into the knee and slot that back down. Come back into your breath. Relax your shoulder blades. Really elongate, but relax the shoulder blades. Lift up off the heels if you want to. Squeeze your bum thighs. I'm just going to tilt back a little bit. And then just relax the hands. Like almost someone's picking you up by the scruff of the chest there. And squeeze your bum leg. Keep the heels together. Really squeeze, 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 and then exhale down. Nice job. So I'm going to come back to your tree pose. So option 1, 2, or 3 to come up. Good. Now really feel that power of the standing leg. Hips tilted under. Really draw into your core. And I'm going to widen out the breath this time. Big inhale, and then exhale, shoulder blades down. I'm going to clasp the back of the right knee and then hold that there. So that will mobilize your hips. So you can just stay there, or you can elongate that out. Have a bit of a go. So draw that in, have a bit of a taster again. And then go there again, or if you want to go a little bit gung-ho with this stretch, I'm going to grab the big toe and just elongate that out, set that power up. Good, and then find more length, so you don't have to come as long. So keep that challenge, so you're stretching the inside thighs and mobilising the hip, a little bit of the hamstring too. Focus on that point ahead of you. So you're going to draw that back in, gently, gracefully come back to your tree pose. So come back to tree, there, and just settle that breath. Tailbone tucked under, hips are level. Just relax that down gracefully. Let's take the other side. So you're going to come back to your tree pose. 1, 2. You can go between 1 and 2 very easily. Option 3 there. Now really pressing into the foot and setting against that strong leg there. Now feel that breath come out with you, really wide in that chest, and relax the shoulder blades down your spine. Feel the power of that standing leg. Engagement of your core. So we're going to hug the back of the knee again and draw it right up so you can get that real hip stretch there. Good, now let's have a bit of a taster, see where you can go. If not, just bring it back in and you can stay there, or you can try that again. Or if you want to go a little bit more tougher, you're going to grab the inside of that toe and feel that length. So I'm going to set that against there and really feel that power up through the floor into that fingertip. So really engagement of that core, and feel that breath come and go. And then just gently draw it back into your tree pose. So I'm going to come back into your tree. There we go. I'm assisting, and then just settle the eye gaze and the breath and come into your zone of peace and breath and inner calm. Chill that out. Nice job. One more standing stretch and then I'll come to the floor. Okay, so one more standing stretch. So if you need to hold on to the side or the wall, do it. So I'm going to start with just a normal quad stretch. There. But then I'm going to turn it into a dancer's pose. So I'm going to go thumb to big toe. And then I'm going to elongate the front hand and start to elongate back. There. So keep that eye gaze somewhere where you're focusing, to keep your eye gaze really stretching through the hips and your balance. And then just gently take that down. Come to your breath, just to settle your breath and find that zone of balance. Start off with a quad stretch. If you're new, just start off with a quad stretch. Hang on to the side if you need, or a wall. So you're going to take the thumb to the big toe and then start to elongate back. So I'm not going to drop too much with the chest. The chest stays lifted, but the back leg keeps going. There, that back leg keeps coming up. And then just keep that breath going. So try not to let the hips flare out too much. And then just gently release that back down. Feel that breath coming. Exhale down through that heart. Nice job. So we're going to take it back onto the mat. So come back to the mat. Feet narrow. You're going to drop back into your downward facing dog. So baby back bend if you want. Squeeze your bum and thighs, bending into the knees. Gently come on down. And I'm going to step back to downward facing. Exhale. I'm going to lift up to three-legged dog with the right leg. But this time I'm going to take it through between the two hands and lie the knee on the side. Option number 1, option number 2, option number 3, full pigeon. So roll the hip towards the heel and draw up into your core. Now really squeeze the back of the leg too to power up the glutes. I'm just hoping the ad's not going to come on and disturb me. So there you can stay there and then exhale forward and just chill for the moment. Because you've worked really hard for quite a long time. We've been standing for a long time. And feel the glutes stretching there of that right leg. So come on up and let's put this one in too. So sit to the side, a deep quad stretch, hip stretch, or come directly out of your pigeon, thumb to big toe, and just hold that there for now. So really deep stretch of the hips, and just relax that down. Now I'm going to power back up to downward facing, so push the hands, engagement of the core, back to your downward facing dog. So the bum comes up, lifting up the back leg, big inhale, I'm going to reach that forwards, let's go forwards. So remember, sit to the side if you need to, elongate that back leg. Now send that power into the glutes and roll the hip towards the heel. Make sure that knee is out to an angle and make sure your knee feels okay. If you need to adjust it, do it, and then exhale down. Gosh, time goes so quickly. And the more you can relax off the elbows and let the breastbone sink, the more you're going to get that stretch through your left glutes now. Engagement of the core, and slowly walk it up. Sit to the side if you need to. Thumb to big toe, and just hold it there. Quite a deep quadricep hip stretch going on. And then just relax that through. Just release that through. And come back to your downward facing. So hands down, let's go back to downward facing. Exhale. Now I'm going to gently walk this up, bending into the knees. Gently walk it up, gently unroll. Superb. Standing twist very quickly. So I'm going to take that right leg, big inhale, and then exhale. So I'm going to just hold there, option to lift up, and then option again to take the edge of the foot, the edge of the big toe, and elongate out. So standing twist. Feel that breath come in. Bending into the knee, gently release that through. So I'm going to swap side, bending into that left leg. Big inhale, exhale. So first option there, second option to lift, third option to take the edge of the foot, elongate that out, and reach towards the back. Keep that core connection. Gently just release that through. Take your breath wide. Big inhale, exhale and release. So we're back to the mat. Big inhale, let's go downward facing dog. Slowly come down. So you can jump back or step back. So I'm going to just do a power move here. And exhale. Now sink back to your knees and chill. Coming up into a box position, I'm going to extend the right hand, engage in the core, and right leg back. Left leg back, sorry. So that's right hand, thumbs up, left leg back. Drop the heel, the hip, exhale back in, swap over. Elongating, so it's right leg and left hand, engage in the core. Exhale back, just swap over. Big inhale, squeeze into your bum and thighs. Exhale back in, one more time. So left hand, right leg. Big inhale, squeeze your bum and thighs, engaging in your core. Back to your box, let's go cat stretch. Exhale and relax that down, sink back. Come on back forwards. And I'm just going to hold it here for a second. So just engaging in the core, hold it there. If you're ready, just lift off. Engaging in the core, just hold it there. And really pull up into that lower belly. And feel that breath. Relax your shoulder blades. Let that breath flow. Oh my gosh, I can't believe actually how time's gone on. Just gently release that through. Come on back to a right long leg, hamstring stretch. So we're going to just take that left foot into the side and I'm just going to stretch over. So we're going to bend the knee, bend the ankle and just stretch over. You can clasp the ball of the foot. Gently just release that away and point the toe. Then I'm going to turn side on. A little bit more, big inhale and then exhale over. So I'm going to relax this arm and then slowly chill out. Elongate the back leg, the left leg. So stay square on, flex the feet and bend that knee up. So if you don't want to bend it out to the side if you want. So big inhale up, exhale reaches over, so hamstring and calf. So bend the knee and flex the foot. So if you can't reach there, this is fine. As you feel that tension releasing, elongate a little bit more and exhale into your breath. More nose towards knee, just relax your shoulders. Gently release that, point the toe away and then turn onto the side. Big inhale out. So I'm going to turn more to get more angle in and then start to reach. So really open up this part of the rib cage. Feel the lats and the oblique stretching and the hamstrings. As you feel that tension releasing, exhale into it. Nice job, and just release that through. Elongate those legs ahead, bending into the knees, flex the feet, big inhale up, exhale, reach forwards, and open up the back. Let more nose to knee, point the toes away, keep the knees a little bit bent. One more time, big inhale, exhale, bending into the ankles, reach more to the ball of the foot, just chill out through the shoulders. And then point the toes away, gently unroll. So I'm going to slowly come on to, I'm thinking that's going to go into an advert, and I've been right actually, so I've just got that back. So come to this one, I'm going to round it off. I know I could go on a little bit more, but I'm not going to. So just there, and then elongate those legs or the knees down towards the floor. And then when you're ready, you can elongate those legs away. So start, you can start there, and then you can start to elongate those legs out. Good, so just feel that inside thighs and hamstrings stretch, and then just let your breath flow. So take it to that point where it's a mild tension through the inside thighs and a little bit on hamstrings too. And just let more chest come towards the ground. So just let that breath go, and any tension you have in your shoulders and back, just let it come to the ground. Just like you're just letting something totally go, but not your core. Just going to drive that through a little bit more there. So you can lengthen out a little bit more and exhale. So if you need to come up a little bit more, that's absolutely fine. Otherwise, hold that stretch to the inside thighs and the hamstrings. Gently walk this up. Gently walk it up. And they're going to come again. So take that breath in. Bend the knees here if you need to. Go back to that first position that I showed. Then exhale down. Try and keep the toes out a little bit more this time. Maybe try and get a bit more mobility there and open up a little bit more. So just take it stage by stage, especially if you went a little bit wider. So again, you're just relaxing the toes, relaxing into your breath. Just letting more of you succumb to the floor. Let it go. It'll all be alright in the end. Exhale out, just let that breath go down. So you're getting more chest towards the ground, more elbows. Just releasing it out. So I'm going to gently just walk this back up. Slowly come back up. And I'm going to draw the feet together gently and just give it a bit of a shake. Okay, so I'm going to come on straight on towards you. Elongate the right leg and then cross the left leg over. Option 1, 2. Or actually, number 3, if you want to, the heel of the right leg comes towards the left bum. You can also be like this, or make that trip across and then settle those hip bones down. So you're really settling down those hip bones. Then take your breath into the right hand and send it over into your left outside thigh. So try and let your sit bone touch there, and then elongate that away. So you're really letting all that goodness come back to your spine if you've been seated a long time. Then more hamstring if you want to. elongate the leg. Okay, and then if you want to, the hand, or you can just do the hand. There, just gently release that through. Just release, change over. So you can do it with a straight left leg, there, there. Or we're going to take that heel towards the right bum. You can stay out wide if you want to adopt this position, but you can't get there yet. Cross over, drop the seat bones down, long in your spine. Big inhale. I'm going to round it off, guys. We'll do another one of these. There, and then if you want more, stronger stretch. So feel that length in your body. Settle your hip bones. So you can stay there. If you want more hamstring to come back. There we go. And then you can elongate away. So stay locked into your core. Elongate that away. And just chill out for a sec. I'm going to point the toes. Big inhale. So it's a little bit wider. Exhale down. Just hold it there. So hamstring stretch and lower back. Just gather your breath and your thoughts. Gently come on up. So you can stay and chill out for a bit, or you can go to the floor and chill out, but I'm going to have to leave you. So I'm going to gently come on and back up and just gently roll up. So if you've joined me for that whole hour of stretch, well done. So the research has shown